Welcome everybody to Nickel City X-Wing. I am Greg. You are not, unless your name is Greg, and then you are. I am joined by the one, the only, the Yellow Jacket, Pim. What is up, Pim? How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, just living the dream. We have got Epyonic versus Catherine, a rematch from Tuesday. Some big Berthas on Epyonic's side. Catherine running the alphabet soup on the Empire side. This is our only game today because I have so much to do before I head to Columbia on Saturday. So, yeah. I should get better at this.
What takes you to Columbia? Tax fraud?
Tax fraud, drug cartels, and my cousin getting married. Pick one.
Our players are heisting in the chat, so their heads are clearly in the game.
Clearly in the game. Clearly focused.
So, right off the bat, looking at Catherine's list, you issued her the challenge of the Alphabet Squad, 5 ships, all different chassis.
Exactly.
I'm kind of surprised this isn't the 5x5 Imperial list that is so often ran.
What is the 5x5 Imperial list?
It usually involves Mauler or one of the other I-5 ties. Actually, it may have two TIE fighters in it, which is why it's an issue. It's the I-5 Advanced, the I-5 Bomber, the I-5 TIE. One of them, pick one. It may have two of them. I can't remember.
I'll run her, baby.
I believe it is Duchess as well.
Ooh, gotta love it, little Duchess.
And then I don't know what the 5th one is. Then I don't know, but it's an archetype that you can run and that has been used a few times. Not to huge success, but it is a hard list to face just because of 5 guns shooting at I-5 is always going to be tough, even if they are kind of piddly 2-dice guns. Twitchy 5x5, I feel like would appreciate 5x5.
I think so. Time has started. K2 in the systems for Epi.
K2, great card.
It's an okay card. It's not bad. It's okay.
What I really like about it is the adding of the jam action, and it's a white jam too, which is...
Listen, if Dash jams at any point this game...
Oh, yeah. That is not for... Dash is not going to be using that jam, but when you put it K2 on something like a U-Wing or a Sheath of Pete even, it becomes a lot more potent for that jam.
Agreed. The U-Wing has jam, right? It's just red?
No, it only has focus, lock, and coordinate. The coordinate is red. There's no native jam on the U-Wing, so he is the only way to get it on there.
What happened here was Kanan force was spent to make that a... Not, it doesn't make it a blue, allows, after a basic maneuver, to remove a stress token. And looks like it's going to be a barrel roll here for Dash.
Yeah, the Kanan K2 combo is nice. He barreled onto the rock. Yes. So Dash ignores obstacles while he moves. Repositioning does count as moving. So he can barrel roll right under that rock if he wants to. I'm not sure it's going to really help him here. I guess trying to get to that outside lane for the trick shots.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm not in love with it, though.
He can't shoot from the rock. So he's going to have to move off of it.
Yes.
Betting is open, by the way. If you want to make a little bank, this is the only game today. So, gotta make your money right now. All the bets are on Catherine right now. Are you surprised by that? I'm a little surprised by that. The firepower is staggering. I'm
gonna bet on Epi just to bet on the odds, I think.
Yeah, Twitchy, I think, has the same idea here, because...
I'm sitting at top. I really want to make Nickel leader this month. I've got a good chance of doing so.
You really do, because this is the last stream this month, I think. Unless I find a second. I don't think I'm going to have time to stream tomorrow, and then Saturday I'm off. So I think this is probably it.
Yeah, about halfway through the month I realized I was on top, and then I've made a conceited effort to stay there for the rest of the month.
Wookie Barber says, we just want to see Dash burn, which will not happen. Dash is the strongest Dash has ever been in this game so far. With the changes to gas clouds, Dash is so strong.
Oh god! Ironically, the whole change to get rid of they got rid of the Bishan, so now we're double tap, and then Dash got better.
Yeah, it's a crazy, right? They got rid of the double tap Biston and then made Dash way better. Wookie says we still love Epyonic. We sure do. We sure do love that Epi boy.
We don't know a whole lot about AMG's design philosophy with X-Wing, but we do know someone there loves Shadows of the Empire.
Absolutely.
We can say that with, I think, relative certainty, confidence.
Good game, right? Is Hera just gonna joust this list?
You know, if
just take the reinforce, use Kanan for your offensive mod, or use Saw. You got Saw too.
She's got Saw, so what she's going to be doing most likely is going to target lock and Saw to get those as many crits as you can in that opening shot. The question is whether or not that's going to do much against all of these ties.
Yeah, but you could theoretically like one-shot most of these ships.
You could. The big question is if Dash doesn't get in range this turn, I think Catherine may be in trouble. Or not Catherine, I'm sorry. Epi may be in trouble. Catherine would be good.
Yeah, Dash, hopefully Dash moved pretty fast.
But Epi does have the chance to change Hera's maneuver. I didn't see what he originally dialed in, did you?
It is, yeah, he's choosing right now. He dialed in a blue, so he had the whole wide world of blues open to him.
I just wasn't sure which blue he had dialed in when going
Honestly, this is not a terrible position for Hera. Like, you're taking shots, but it's minimal. A couple of them are going to be range 3.
Yeah. Some could be obstructed even. I think it's not terrible. You do have a decent chance to really annihilate one of these ties.
Yeah.
And all depends on where Dash ends up.
Dash moved fast enough. You could probably get Kestel off the board here.
It's a high possibility, especially with the gas cloud no longer offering this free evades.
Yeah, I think Kestel's probably my target if Dash moved with any kind of thing, but she's going to put it on the TIE bomber. That is Major Reimer? No, Captain Jonas. His name is Jonas! The one hard. He's still on that, rock.
He can barrel off.
He's gonna have to barrel roll. And I think if he barrel rolls, I think that takes him out of a shot.
Yeah, I think he's too far now. This is exactly what you want if you're Catherine. You get that range 1 engage, or the turn 1 engage without Dash in the midst. Get a chance to start burning down this this VCX before you get to.
And he can't even go back. Back gives him a little more angle, but he can't actually go back because of that asteroid. That debris would double stress him.
The debris would not double stress him because he ignores it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Forget that barrel roll's kind of good. That seems so like not a movement to me. You know.
I don't disagree with it, and maybe that's a way you could nerf Dash without nerfing his points. But for the moment, he can do that.
Well, I'm gonna lock bets in because Hera's about to open a can. 4 on 2 or 3. 4 on 3.
2
looks like.
No. It's range 3, yes, so 4 on 3.
All focuses and just saw that shit.
Yeah, that's 4 crits going into Jonas.
Guaranteed 1 crit. Let's see how many you get. You're gonna get 2 crits into Jonas.
Well, he's not gonna die.
His name is Jonas.
He's not gonna be great either, but he won't die.
He's got a wounded pilot and a damaged engine.
Those aren't the worst 2 crits you could get right now. They're
damaged engine kind of sucks.
Damaged engine's gonna hurt you for sure, especially
wounded pilot sucks too because you just end up taking a stress every turn potentially.
Yeah, but neither one. You didn't get a weapons failure. You didn't get a direct or a fuel leak. I mean, I don't think that's decent options.
Hey, you guys see that? I got ProcketBot working again. I had to write Streamlabs support. I'm like, why the fuck isn't this working? And they were like, we're sorry, but this is your fault. You have to put the list box in. I'm like, okay, fine. You got me.
Range 2 into Hera. This 2 dice. Kestel's ability could cancel all defense dice.
Oh no, don't cancel all the defense dice on Hera. How could you?
It's one of those rare cases where you didn't need to focus on offense for Kestel, so you could have actually used it. Ved with the range 3 shot. Hey, here comes a crit.
Ooh, that could be a crit in the hull. Never
Nope.
mind, evady boy. Hera, the most evasive 0 dice ship in the game.
This is where you could really use that Kestel ability. If only Kestel could proc on other allies' shots, she would be way more effective.
This is a ion torpedo?
No, he does not have the lock, so it's just going to be a regular primary attack.
Yeah, well, she flipped it, and I don't know why.
Yeah. I think she's just used to getting the ion torp lock early.
Yeah,
This is honestly why I like Barrage.
Demand a lock.
I like Barrage a little more on Jonas personally, but
Ends for 1. The evady ship, the most evasive 0 agility ship in the game.
I mean, we all know the most evasive 0 agility pilot in the game is Callus, though.
No. Callus would roll all blanks. And that's going to be 2 for fifth brother.
Spending the 4s, or does he have a focus?
Oh no, she's going to leave it at 1.
Oh yeah, she's trying to. She's trying to
that
get the
crit.
crit extra.
Yeah. Nope. Okay. Spends it.
She's gonna spend it. Yeah, that's probably fair.
2
It gets
in
the
Hera.
one. It was 1 guaranteed versus a possibility of 1 in a crit. I think that's probably a good call.
I am
Catherine
a
making good
risk
decisions.
taker.
2 good calls.
Well, with a force still. Oh, the force is on Kanan. Oh, I thought it was on Hera. Never mind.
No. The force is on Kanan. The force is on Kanan. Yes, the force is on Dash.
Yeah. That's what we were saying. Shut up. Shut
Yeah,
up. You all shut up. So I think
Yeah,
Dash is probably 1 harding to the right, and then
Yeah, she's
Kanan
definitely
that
dialing-
stress
I mean,
off. And
Hera's
Hera's
dialing in a red.
4K.
Yeah.
4K
Oh,
that
whatever,
can
it
end
doesn't
up being
matter. I mean-
a 4K.
Yeah.
You dial in the 4K. It could be a 1 hard if
Yeah.
she calls
You've got
it.
Zeb. You've got advanced sensory, Zeb, and intimidation. Everyone knows what you're doing. What you're doing is maximum
Yeah.
offense, gonna crash, and get right in their face. That's the play.
You could even dial in a 2 bank and save the K turn for next turn.
I don't know. I almost think you do it now, just to give yourself more options. A K-turn can probably arc dodge all of these ties as well.
These all have 1 hards except for Jonas.
Yeah, but you 4K, that 1 hard isn't. Maybe it's hitting you.
And
Yeah, Jonas. I mean, Jonas could 1 hard, or he could 2 hard, but he won't get an action.
and Gideon is active now against
That is true.
Hera, so that could be a 1 hard. There would be like a 4 dice range 1, and Hera's arc is turned to the left, so if she 4K'd, it would be facing towards the downside of the board where Dash is. I think you try to bump someone right now and
Use Dash
nuke them
Hera
off
to
the
try to get
board.
him off.
Yeah, and then save the 4K for next turn when you're going kind of towards that empty top right part of the thing. The other problem is if you 4K now, you're going to be stressed, so no advanced sensors next turn, and then you're probably going to hit the cloud the turn after
That is
that.
true.
So that's no
But you
action.
can always do a white. You can always do a white and have Kanan clear it next turn.
True, but you still lose your action. I'm just talking about getting an action to take those locks.
Yeah.
So Handsome Will is also streaming. I thought you were traveling today. I'm traveling Saturday. Flight leaves at 5 p.m. Going down to Florida for a couple days, then to Colombia, and back to Florida for a couple days, then back home. I'm gone for 11 days. It's a long fucking trip. And I am 100% the type of guy who's after 3 or 4 days on vacation, I'm I am ready to go home. So this is gonna suck.
Me too, man. Me too. Yeah, I think the good thing though is when you're in Florida, the weather's gonna be great this weekend. We get a bit of a cold front coming in thanks to some rainy weather. So it's gonna be a really mild Halloween. Mild being, 70 something.
Well, the thing that sucks is my friends are having a party, but it's on fucking Friday. It's a day before I get. If they just push the party one day,
Oh, come on.
I could go. I really wanted to surprise him too and just like show up, you know? Be like, what the fuck?
Fucking Greg, he's here.
But alas, I think Hera's just going for the mass, or I think Catherine's just going for like a mass panic situation here.
Yeah, the goal is to clear Hera out before Dash can do too much damage. I think if you can clear Hera this turn and you only lose one ship, you're in the lead. I don't know if Epi will let you do that though.
I honestly, I don't even know if you can clear Hera.
She's got what, 8 hull remaining?
8 hull left, and you're likely to lose a ship before.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know. You can have maybe 4 range 1 shots. That's 12 dice.
Yeah, depending on what Hera did here. Depending on what Hera did.
Yeah, I'm ready to reveal that dial and see where Hera's going.
Zimitique says Hera will ram something and delete it. Nothing you can do.
Yeah, that's probably the play.
It's just who she's going to delete. I mean, she's obviously going to advance censor the target lock onto whoever Epi thinks he's bumping.
She's advanced censoring or reinforce.
Oh, come on. I'm sorry. Is this stream about reinforcing or is it about violence? Epi's lost the thread of what this stream is about. Warning point.
Said earlier, you should have kicked him. You did dial in the red. Question is, which one did you do? Probably 1. The 3 hard, does that hit you into Ved?
So that bumps into Ved.
Okay. Well, Ved is gonna get the range 1 with the lock shot. That's good for him. Question
good
is,
for him if he lives, because if
well, I mean, he's got 2 shields, 3 hull. He has a good chance of living, depending on where Dash is going.
If Dash one hearted, that's through the cloud obstructed.
Yeah, there goes the one hard.
Cannon. That is through the cloud obstructed, I think, unless that lower corner is the one it goes by. And that's going to be 5 dice, and he no longer gets that free evade. That rule change is in effect.
Yeah. Dash is going for the lock.
Oh, it's not obstructed. It's a blue to Ved, red or yellow to Jonas.
Man, you go for Jonas here then?
There were two yellow lines, and I think you could choose. I think you could choose Ved Foslo obstructed.
The yellow lines were to Jonas, and the blue line was to Ved.
But there were 2 yellow lines. There wouldn't be 2 yellow lines to Jonas unless they're parallel. They're parallel with Ved, so I think that yellow one, and he's rolling out 5 die onto 2. All right.
Well, time to saw.
Who needs mods, eh?
I'll paint. Yeah, you saw that. What are you waiting for? There you go. There you go. Take your damage.
7 left on Hera. That is 3 hits, 2 crits coming into, I believe, Jonas, who's gonna take 1 hit and 2 hits, 2 crits.
That's a dead Jonas, my friend.
His name was Jonas.
I think Jonas is the most expensive piece on this list.
He's pretty dead.
Yeah, 49 most expensive. That is the problem with Jonas. I don't like Jonas unless you've got multiple munitions in a list. I would always go with
Yeah, see, there's a yellow line. And that yellow line's going over to Ved Foslo. It's gonna be a 5 dice banger. 5 dice from Dash.
Intimidation should be -1, but I'm not going to tell him. Okay, not a bad start.
In the lock.
Yeah. Oh boy. It's a pretty good roll. Intimidation should roll again, yeah. Fortunately, that's... Oh. Alright, well. 2, 3 hits on the crit.
range 2, Zimteek.
Shield. Damage, and let's find out what the crit is.
And the crit, elite.
All right. Hey, you know what?
Blank skis.
You get your shot.
You do get your shot. Yeah, actually, Zimteek brings up a good point. The Outrider title should have triggered as well. It should have been 2 dice.
That's on them to figure out.
Yeah, you can only tell them so much, you know?
Yeah. Hey, that reinforce isn't going to help against Kestel here.
Sure isn't. You got to take Hera out this turn. You have to.
Oh, yeah. After that, you've got to take Hera out. Well, that's a good start.
Here we go. Hit, crit. Nothing Hera can do about that, and she's down to 4.
Structural. Oh, no.
No! Not a structural damage! Not my 0 agility shit! No!
Yeah, shoot with Ved next. See if you can get Hera off the board. You need 4. Ved could do it. He's got the lock. Does he have FCS? He does.
Yeah, he's got... Ved's got to do this.
Yeah, I agree.
You need 4 on Ved here. You spend this lock if you have to.
I agree, Doug. I don't think Jonas is a great choice for this list, but that's okay. Does she not know that he has Zeb? Did they both forget Zeb?
Well, what can we do? 2 shields on dash.
Jonas had munitions, Doug, but yeah, I would have chosen the
It was.
I would have chosen the spy
is that
bomber.
Doug? Is the name of JD Malicious Mallard Doug?
No,
Doug.
Duck.
Duck.
D-U-C-K. Duck.
Hey, Duck. The
Yeah, I
challenge.
would have picked the bomber. I would have
The
picked
challenge
Reimer, 'cause-
given to Catherine was 5 ships of 5 different chassis types. So I think she was just trying to keep everything at I-4 to avoid it being a real fucking.
take the shot into Hera.
Hera.
Hera's got structural damage.
Yeah, Hera's got structural damage. It doesn't matter. Hera, baby.
It don't matter. Yeah.
Hera should have 3 left. Here it is in the Hera.
I think she only has 2 left, right?
Quack.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Could have been Tur. That's a good point. It could have been Tur.
Could have been Tur. Yeah, but then
It
you
could have been Tur. Spend it. Spend it.
Oh yeah, and you've got
And
2
then
force
add the crit. Add the
You don't need
crit.
to.
It's a.
You don't need to.
But do it.
No, save the force. Do it next turn to dash.
Oh, boo. Wait. Wait. Okay, yeah.
One more. Oh, reinforce the crit. Yeah, now I had the crit.
No, the reinforce isn't going to play in on. Is it? No. There's no way the reinforces that.
Pop up. I'll ask him. I'll ask to pop the front.
Oh, there's a little bit out.
Nope.
There's a little bit out. Get
Nice.
fucked.
You actually used Scarus last night. Wow. How'd that go?
All right, Epi. Can Dash Rendar basically solo the rest of this list?
I don't know if I call entirely dead bomber and a 1 health Ved.
I
solo
said the
range.
rest of this list. I covered that. You can't knock me out. I covered it.
Yeah, Dash can definitely do that. The question is, can Catherine prevent Dash from doing that? That's my question.
I think if you're Epi, you gotta not be too worried about getting obstructed shots and stuff. You just gotta get range 2 shots.
You gotta not get blocked, I think.
Oh, Colfax banned. He can't solo it, but he can dash it.
Banned.
Banned. Zimteek, what are your thoughts on the clouds? Zimteek's probably one of those guys who likes it.
Cloud change?
Yeah.
I like it.
See? Yeah, of course you would.
Yeah. I like the cloud change, baby. Clouds are already the least punishing obstacle. Why make them? Why give them even more bonuses?
I liked that idea yesterday where they had different effects. You roll a die and they had different effects.
I'm not
stuff. I love that.
I'm not opposed to that, but that seems like a lot of hassle.
I wanted it to be fucking like crazy. I wanted it to be like a blank, deplete, hit, strain, focus. I'm sorry. Blank, deplete, focus, strain.
It was
hit,
like a
stress, crit, ion.
Yeah, the ion would be brutal.
But that's like a good punishment. You always take something.
Yeah.
And it gives you the evade, but you're potentially ion. That's a good punishment. That balances out Clouds really well.
There's a Hotak mission like that.
You're a Hotak mission. Got him, boys.
We played this fucking mission together, Greg.
Got him so good.
K-Daddy. Rejecting his heritage.
God, I made popcorn, but I put it in the microwave for too long yesterday night, and it still smells like burnt popcorn in here.
Rip. So I sit next to the kitchen at my office.
Uh-huh.
Someone made some weird broccoli dish last week that it smelled like old broccoli for like 3 days. It was rough.
At least it wasn't fish. If someone makes fish in the office, you murder them.
Yeah, we see fish everyone knows not to do. This person was like, yeah, I can do this broccoli, it's fine. And they could not. Alright, Twitchy 5x5 is insane.
Ooh, Dashy gets the bump. Alright, has Jonas, has Foslo obstructed. I think you go on Foslo here, and that is exactly what's happening.
Yeah, take a shot off the board if you can.
Oh, he finally remembers the Outrider title.
Yeah, things could have used that one last year. Or last turn, excuse me.
Ooh, last year. Damn, dog. Hit, crit coming in. Ved? Is
he
Ved?
focused?
He is
No,
not.
he bumped. Yeah, he's out of there, baby. Well, it's a good start if you're Epi.
Yeah, Ved is
What
dead.
you be doing?
Although Epi didn't take a shot off the board. That was the only ship not getting a shot. Well, besides Fifth Brother, who bumped.
I don't think.
I
Is it
like,
range
I like
2
his
to
position
Castle?
right here.
Is it range 2 to
I
Castle?
think it might be. We'll see. Oh yeah, easy.
So
Easy.
you need to get more than the dorsal, but not quite. What did Castle do? Did she walk?
She didn't. I think she barrel rolled.
Okay.
Natty's
Ooh,
from
natties.
the Dashmeister. And Dash isn't damaged yet, so Gideon is just your real old pal. Range 1, 3 dice for 1
Ooh.
with a reroll.
Oh, I got that Predator. Nice. Gotta love it.
2. Gotta love a nice Predator on a TIE Fighter. And Dash Natties again! What a dick! Dash is an asshole.
Yeah.
He's a dash hole.
Yeah, I think Dash may be the new rebel monster. Say new like he ever went away, but what a dash hole.
Zimitique saying there's no way the Empire wins this. Zimitique, if you're wrong, I strip all of your nickels.
Seems fair.
If Catherine wins this, I strip all of your nickels. And can we be honest right now? This is a 1-point game. Okay. It is Epyonic 94, Catherine 93. Only a 1-point game.
Yeah, I would have expected it to be much more in Epi's favor, but I guess you still have 3 full health ships. They're just, TIE fighters, so they're not exactly the beefiest or most expensive.
I mean, you did kill a 93-point ship.
Yeah.
Simteek says Dash can one-shot Gideon in 4th Bro. Well, you know what? 4th Bro doesn't even exist! Got him, boys!
Also, technically, Dash can one-shot all of these ships. They only have 5 health max.
Yeah, I mean, I can one-shot.
Dash can trick shot, one-shot any of them. So here's my question, Greg, for you.
Yeah.
So Perceptive Co-Pilot and Jin Urso is a 11-point combo that gives you a focus and evade.
Yes, it does.
Kanan and K2 is a 19-point combo. Which one do you take on Dash?
Perceptive and Jin.
Yeah, that seems like the obvious choice to me, right?
Yeah, because the guaranteed evade over a possible evade from the
being able to clear the stress on the barrel roll with Kanan is nice. But if you just fly through an obstacle, you can do the same thing.
Hard.
It's a little harder, sure, but you know.
Facts over here saying he's dashing the dreams of these Imperial pilots. There isn't enough band hammers in the world. A Perceptive Jin also needs stealth device to be worth it. Disagree.
I disagree with that.
Also
Guaranteed evades isn't.
Guaranteed evades is great.
Yeah, you don't need stealth to get use out of the guaranteed evades. Plus, the only reason to bring stealth device is when you've got enough other ships to discourage someone from shooting your 100 and some odd point dash. In this case, you've only got 2 ships, so they're going to shoot Hera first.
I think the brother might be a tough out here.
Barrel roll and focus, is that what we're doing?
I don't know what his brother's gonna do, but I just think that it might be a tough out.
Why guarantee evade when you can guarantee not taking anything? I mean, yeah, if your dice are average, but if your dice blank out and you lose stealth really quick, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, that can be said for anything, right? If your dice fuck up, you're dead.
But you don't gotta... I don't think there's a reason to pay 6 points for stealth device on a 2 agility ship?
Oh, no. Okay, yeah, I thought we were talking about something else.
No. What I'm arguing here is you don't need stealth to make the most out of Jin. You'd like it, but
per co with Jin and thing, especially with Outrider, I think that's fun.
Although again, if we're gonna compare it, then if you want to add stealth device there, Persco plus Jin plus stealth device puts you at 15 points. Kanan and K2 is 19, so it's still cheaper.
4 dice into Kestel. Could Kanan that for 2 if you wanted to.
You only got one shot coming in?
Yeah. Only the one shot. You might as well. This is 2v2 back, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you may as well. I mean, you're pretty healthy.
And Kestel, if Kestel rolls the thing, there's a strong chance he just cancels your thing anyway.
I think Kestel takes the hit here. Nope, spends it. Makes sense.
I think that's smart, actually. You can't be giving up damage right now when you have so much.
That is true. Spend it when you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kanan it, there's a chance Kestel can just cancel your dice anyways. It's worth the spend. Hit crit. Not bad.
You can't do it a third time. You can't do it a third. What a dick! Dash is the biggest asshole in this game. It's time to start asking the tough questions. Here, Andrew. Is Dash even legal?
I mean, in a world where Boba Fett's still legal. I don't know. I think Dash may be my least favorite pilots to go against in this game. If I'm counting, top 5, he's probably up there.
Anything with Sloan is my least favorite.
Well, yeah. But Sloan is if you play the game well, you get punished upgrade.
Yeah.
Oh, you killed things? Oh, cute. Here's 2 stress, and I get to reroll all my offense against you.
And then
Can you do anything about it? No.
Sienna somehow Dash back at 100, says Simteek.
Yeah. Dash back at 100, I know.
No, they clearly made the effort for Dash to be
I don't hate the changes either, where they want
Dash to be part of this game. And you know what? I'm fine with that.
I think they want every pilot to be part of the game, right? I think that's the play.
Do they want?
I think the changes on Dash aren't terrible. I mean,
Do they want every pilot to be part of the game?
which pilot?
Do they want every pilot to be part of the game?
I think so. Who do you think they don't want?
I don't know. For some reason, my mind is stuck on Luke Gunner and how much they don't want that to be part of the game.
Blue Gunner is like a super passive sensors. I don't think he should be 26 points, but I also get why he's 26 points. Like,
Dash is only going to be rolling 3 dice. What a lame gun.
Catherine has showing her experience in this game, doing what you need to against Dash, getting up close, getting in his face. Don't let him get those extra die.
Now, here's a big baller play. Could you barrel roll over the cloud and get the obstructed shot?
Maybe. Vader Defender should cost about the same as Dash, or the other way around. I disagree. Dash is a large base ship with a much less maneuverable dial that doesn't get free evades.
Whoa, much less? Dash has
Fair.
every...
Fair. Slightly less maneuverable dial. He doesn't have a white 4K and a boost. But
spend Canaan's force here for 2.
yeah, spend it. We're in the same boat as we were last time. Spend it.
Yeah. I mean, Kessel's gonna take away your... Why? Why save
He's
it?
got a focus as well. He could have spent the focus if he didn't want to spend the force. But
He's got Fifth Brother shooting as well, but...
yeah. That is a weird choice if you ask me, but...
Extremely weird, especially when you only roll natties.
yeah, no kidding.
Alright, 3 dice from Kestel.
Spends that focus for sure, right? Or does she want to cancel his results?
No, he only rolls natties. You have to spend it.
You gotta spend it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta spend it.
He can't do this 4 times in a row.
Oh my god!
What?
God damn it. Warning point. Well, Fifth Brother could use his ability if he can hit him.
It's not possible to do this 5 times. Statistically
Well,
not
you only
possible.
need one this time. You only need one pain.
Oh my god. Alright.
So Twitch chat. Well, this game has turned into wet noodles hitting each other in the head. As Dash cannot do damage at range 1, and they can't do damage to Dash at all.
I'm here to officially announce that we are opening an investigation into Epyonic and his green agility dice.
I think he's deflated the dice. I think the dice have been deflated.
Good reference. Old, but a good reference.
Thank you. Well, I mean, I don't want to offend you, though, because I know you're going to Tampa, so...
Yeah, but I hate Tom Brady.
Who doesn't hate Tom Brady at this point? I mean, obviously Tampa Bay Bucks fans, but... The man's, like, what, 44 years old, and he's still throwing 70% completion?
Yeah, fuck him.
That's insane. That is just insane.
God, it didn't take you long to become a Florida guy.
Listen, I'm 24, and I'm, like, half as in shape as that man will ever be.
Ugh. God, did you guys know that Andrew is that young? 24 and he's married?
Sure.
When did you get married?
I got married right after college. I've been dating my wife since freshman year of high school.
Oh, gross.
What?
Rachel, yeah. Get on the mic.
Hang on. She's on the mic.
Rachel? Hello?
Hi.
Rachel, let's be honest here. When Andrew asked you out in freshman year, were you like, this is gonna be the dude I marry? Like, what was your thought process?
All right, I'm gonna be honest. My little tiny, I dated basically one guy before Andrew, and in our little tiny 8th grader brains were like, yep, we're gonna get married. So no, I didn't immediately think that, but I was also not planning on dating anybody else because it sucked being single in high school. So
How do he ask you out? Was it all like nervous? Like what was the process?
do you want me to tell this?
Yes.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay. So I actually asked Andrew to ask me out because
Wait, oh my god,
Yes.
that's right.
yes. Oh my god.
This was 10 years ago, mind you. So, no, it wasn't 10 years ago. Oh, it was almost 10 years ago.
Oh my god.
Wait, so
It'll be
you
10 years in March.
you asked Andrew to ask you out.
She said another guy was trying to ask her out, and she wanted me to ask her out instead because I'm a lot better than he is. Clearly.
Okay, Mr. Ego.
I was a catch, baby. So I did. Our
Wait, so
first date
why
was
didn't you just ask him out? What?
This was freshman year. Girls didn't ask guys out.
Yeah.
This was
We're in Atlanta, man. That's deep south. What do you want?
You said this was 2000. It wasn't like 1970. It was 2011.
Yeah,
it
but it was Atlanta.
it was also in high
Like
school.
Atlanta isn't the little blue dot in a sea of red.
It was
shit.
actually north of Atlanta in Cobb County, which is the one of the biggest hubs of Republican fundraising in the country.
I'm sure it is.
But yeah, there you go. We've been dating for 10 years.
Did you go to every school dance?
No, we only went to one school dance, maybe two. They went to
Two.
prom. We went to prom. We went to a
the
winter
winter
formal.
formal because they
Yeah.
canceled.
because they canceled homecoming because no one went the previous year. So they're like, "Screw you guys,
no.
we're not doing it."
People went. Just the people who went got high.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yes.
All right, fair
It
enough.
was apparently a massive drug fest.
There you
Right
go.
there, am I right, everybody? High five.
Our entire lacrosse team in high school got suspended for cocaine use.
Who does?
Who doesn't exactly? Well, let's see if Dash is. I mean, I hate just talking over this, but we all know Dash isn't going to take damage. So what's the point?
Yeah, okay. Gideon's rolling 2 die here. I'm not afraid if I'm Dash. He
Yeah,
still has
Dash
a
says-
force. Oh look,
Alright,
he's
yeah.
5.
Yeah, spends it, flips it back as we go to the end phase.
So did Rachel also be like, hey, ask me to marry you?
No. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, she did.
Of course.
She gave me a deadline. She gave me a deadline of if I didn't do it before a certain time, she would do it.
Oh, was Dragon Con senior year of high school?
No, not high school, college.
Oh, college.
Yeah, you said if we didn't do it, if I hadn't asked you to marry me by DragonCon of senior year, you would
I
do
was
it.
proposing to you.
But I did it a lot sooner than she expected. So I still got the one up on her.
It's kind of feeling like you didn't have one up on anything with her.
That's all right. She makes the decisions. I'm just along for the ride.
Barely. Well, how'd you propose? Tell us the story. Tell us the love.
So there's a big convention in Atlanta every year called DragonCon. If you guys don't know,
It sure is.
DragonCon started as a fantasy sci-fi novel convention in the 80s. It has since blossomed into the biggest convention in the Southeast for all things nerdy.
The 80s, a time you have never known.
That's true. I was born in 1997. I was born after the first Toy Story movie.
I was fucking 13.
Is this a DragonCon advert? Man, I was so bummed this year. This was the first year I haven't attended DragonCon, not counting COVID. Since I started college. It didn't happen because of COVID. But
Did you do the trivia contest? I heard there's a gnarly Star Wars trivia contest every year.
I've gone once. It's really fun. But yeah, I didn't go and I was so bummed when I saw my friends there, like posting pictures on their Snapchats and Instagrams and all that. I was like, this sucks. But I had just moved. Anyways, yeah, so it was at DragonCon. It was the Thursday we always go to get tickets, to get our badges. It's like the check-in day. It's usually quiet. My plan was, I had worked with one of our friends. We were going to go up to, there's a rooftop bar on the Hyatt? Marriott? Which one is it?
I think it's the It's the Hyatt? No.
I think it's the Hyatt Regency.
Yeah.
I can't remember. There's a rooftop bar in one of the 5 host hotels. That I was gonna go pros at. That year was under construction. We walked basically into a construction zone, realized we weren't supposed to be there, and got the fuck out. And then I found we ended up kind of walking around. There was a sky bridge at one point that had a pretty good view of the city. So I stopped there.
You're looking out at the skyline of Atlanta, Georgia, and you see the Coke factory smokestacks putting their pollution into the air.
Yeah, I cried a ton during that moment, I'll tell you that. That was a blubbering mess. But yes, that was when
So you got that. So you're basically in a sky bridge
yes.
over a street, and you
Yep.
got down on a knee.
100%.
And you were like, Rachel, you gave me a deadline, and so the time has come.
She was not, I would say she was not expecting it at that point. She was surprised. She expected it to be later. So.
And where'd you get married?
It was, where?
Yeah, where?
We got married at a city, like it was a city event space pavilion park next to the Chattahoochee River. Yep, in North Atlanta.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. Did you play that song
You
at
got
your
it,
wedding?
baby. No, we 100% did not.
Are you sure?
Ironically, the place where we got married was where my wife's aunt's reception was, and who was going through a rough divorce at the time
Ooh.
because her husband cheated on her. She was very drunk at that event.
Was it open bar?
Oh, you bet it was.
Good man.
Yeah, she was. She did not. I mean, probably have some pretty strong memories of the place you had your wedding reception. So I don't blame her. But it was. She was not having a good time.
So Daniel again chooses to not spend his focus on offense.
Yeah.
Instead allowing Kestel.
I mean, he's just gonna roll daddies. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why
No
save
damage
the-
has gone in throughout this whole story. Nothing has happened.
Literally nothing. Oh my god.
Well, he has a focus.
It takes no damage.
This is dumb as hell.
Dash. Range 2. Fire control system.
Use that FCS. Oh no, just spend the 4. Oh, he has a focus. Nice. He can add a crit. He can add a crit. It's a crit and a dash.
Was that blinded?
Stunned.
Stunned.
Oh!
Oh no!
That is the worst crit on the dash. Nice. That is
You
the
don't-
worst crit you could have on dash.
You don't have to whisper, Rachel. We're all family here.
She was talking-
Ringo!
Predator converts. Oh, this could be the game. It won't be, but it could have been. Well, Dash is running scared now. Yeah, stun does trigger on Dash.
It absolutely does.
While he moves through obstacles, he ignores them. He ignores the effects, but he still does not ignore the crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crit don't ignore no effects. Am I right? High five.
Shredded droids actually do ignore the crit because they don't maneuver.
Right.
If you're on a rock and you just turn Zimatique, you don't actually execute a maneuver. You just rotate, so you don't suffer from stun.
Pretty dickish.
Yeah. Listen. The CIS faction identity is just ignore the rules, do whatever you want.
Which is awesome.
I think it actually. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie.
I love CIS.
I do think that's a clever way to distinguish the faction from others and be like, yeah, their identity is just like swarms and they get to break the rules. That makes sense.
Hey,
Sure.
hey Zimatique. How you feeling right now, bud?
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit in
basically
danger?
it. That's basically it, Cold Hard. The card is noticing the obstacle, not the card checking the pilot notice the obstacle. Right. The
Yeah.
crit effect is separate from the usual obstacle effects.
You still
So-
go over the obstacle. You're just ignoring effects.
Yeah. It probably could be worded better, but then again, FFG probably should have hired a technical writer for a lot of things in this game, but it's fine.
So did you wear white at your wedding, Andrew?
Did I wear white?
Yeah, did you wear white?
I think my I wore a white shirt.
Like, was it a white suit or just a white shirt?
We didn't wear suits because it was Atlanta in the summer.
Okay.
So I had a white shirt and a vest. Yeah, silver vest. Yep, silver vest. It was a white button-down shirt. So yeah. Well, yeah, you're true. I mean, that is true, Diesel. But like, again, CIS's identity is like side slips, and you get to sit on rocks, and you get to share token. You know, it just their stuff is built around breaking the rules rather than just like you get 2 focuses or you get to spend a focus to get rid of dice or whatever. Yeah, pattern analyzer is another one of like, once you get it what it does, but it's one of those things where it's like, you probably could have written this better.
Pattern analyzer is the most confusing card that we all know exactly how it works.
Yeah. We all
Like,
accept it works one way, but if you actually read it, you're like, wait a minute, what?
We've all agreed about the timing window on pattern analyzer, but like none of us are absolutely positive that that's what's happening.
I got to give Catherine credit for that that 4 straight move on Gideon. It landed pretty accurately where she wanted it to. Didn't bump him, but got as close as you could without it. That's
Yeah,
really
Catherine's
good.
doing a good job. She's closed in right now.
Yeah,
I wanted to
just a
see
really
Dash
good,
move. I wanted Dash to go like 4 forward there.
I'm very
like,
surprised
3
he didn't do a 3 bank of 4 forward, something like that. He's staying close, which I don't love.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you do that 3 bank or something, you get out of Fifth Brother's arc, and you get a little more distance, so you can actually start shooting at range too, which is what you
Dash
need.
is
He's gonna rotate.
Rotate. That means he's gonna try to one-shot Gideon here.
You've got the calculate. You've got the force. You've got 2 mods there. Not the worst plan, but Gideon is definitely the scariest target. You won't one-shot him though.
Only 2.
Does he have focus? Yeah, you spend that focus for sure.
Takes nothing. I think I might have taken that damage. Got a chance to take Dash off here.
No, Catherine's playing it safe. She wants to just keep getting close. Don't let Dash do damage.
You know what it is? They want to give you guys more X-Wing action. They know it's the only game tonight, so they're like, we gotta give everybody the money's worth.
Get your monies in. Maybe the last game of the month on NCX.
This is the last game of the month.
Gideon does not need no focus. He's got Predator. Kanan's got a Force. He's taking 2 for Dash. Or he spends to calculate. Same thing. Dash is on 2.
And Zimmetik's Nickels are kind of doing that Back to the Future thing, you know? Where they like fade out.
Yeah. Slowly. 2 hits could do it. Only 1 Force, so no extra crit. Time in the ball game.
Down goes Dash. Down goes Dash.
And just like that, Catherine is our champion. Right was the winning option with 75% of the bets. Greg, what do we always say?
You never bet against Catherine, chat. Why would you do that?
Oh, it's
You never bet against Catherine. I mean, sometimes you gotta play the odds, you know? Sometimes it's like, hey, may not get it, but it's worth a shot.
All right, Zimmetik, let's see how many nickels you got. Zimmetik, give me an exclamation point nickels in chat.
So Catherine's gonna get 5K, but doesn't matter. I think that means I am the nickel leader unless we get more streams the rest of the month.
Zimmetik. Okay. XADR, we're only doing 1 match tonight. I am traveling Saturday, so I have got a bunch of shit to do. But I wanted to do one because I said Tuesday that we were going to do something. And Epyonic wanted to play. Catherine wanted to play. And Andrew wanted to play and give us his life story about love.
Hey, you asked. I didn't.
Yeah, I want it. I'm not complaining about it.
Yeah,
you know me. I love the love stories.
You could have one-shot Ved. Yeah, the Ved was probably the Ved choice there, and missing the trigger on the Outrider title probably hurt.
Yeah.
But
okay. The good news is the game means nothing.
It's true. It is true.
And Yellow Jacket, I think that means you're going to be the nickel leader for this month.
I know. I'm very excited. Like I said earlier, I noticed I was on top.
Props to you too, because I'm looking at hours here, and you achieved nickel leader in 12 less hours than Epyonic.
My God, did I really?
Yeah.
I think it was that trivia night. I think that trivia night just propelled.
Well, I've been telling you guys, get in on the trivia night stuff. My nickels are my only way to bribe people to do things.
Yeah, that just propelled me to the top, and I realized I was there about halfway through the month, and I'm like, all right, let's do it. We're gonna get nickel leader.
Polar Fact says, lol, you track our hours for nickel. I don't track anything. It tells me. It gives me the amount of points and how many hours you've watched.
So we decided who the true fans are. How many hours did you watch this month? How many nickels did you earn?
Yeah. Saying you're only at 16 hours this month, Cold Hard Facts, which is like, I don't know, what, I stream twice a week in the X-Wing, so that's 8 times. So what, you watch only 2 hours each time I stream? Wonderful. It's fine. Fine.
So you stream for like 4 hours. I mean,
No, thought we were friends. It's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Fine.
you even went to Indianapolis to see him.
Yeah. God, visited you, and this is who is the longest viewer for the month. Let's look that up. I can sort by that. So besides me and Streamlabs, it's Epyonic with 26 hours. And then Psionic Rain is right there too with 25 and a half. Catherine, you're at 24. And then a bunch of bots.
Nice.
I blocked one bot and it DM'd me and was like, I'm a bot, but like, we want this data. Can you unblock me? I'm like, fuck off.
Wait, did it really?
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me this month. I'm out for like the next 12 days. I'll be in the Discord though. We'll have some fun. And maybe I can find some Wi-Fi and stream a little bit from Colombia. Just be like, my view. I should be right on the water, so.
Nice.
Until then, let's raid the most handsome man in the world. Everybody say, you are so handsome when we get there. You know what? Here, copy this. I'm gonna put the... Hey, Fizzle, happy Halloween to you, too. Here, you are so handsome. And then 3 judges. Everybody copy this. And then we're going to raid Will. And we're all going to paste that in. You can just highlight it, copy, paste. Pim, thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and enjoy your well-deserved break.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's going to be 3 days and we'll be like, fuck.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I feel that. I'm very much a homebody, but it's fine.
Here we go.
Yeah. I wish they would just.
Follow only. I wasn't following Will. What?
Decided on excellent, but.
Oh, no, I am.